Hello and welcome back everyone to the Madden 22 franchise rebuild with your New York Jets, and today we are going to get into the off season, do the free agency, do the draft and all of that fun stuff. If you guys can't tell, I am still a little bit sick, but I'm feeling better, so hopefully this goes well. I have spent the last hour and a half going through all the prospects and adding them to my draft board. They're sorted by position, so I currently have 72 players on my draft board. They're pretty much in order of most important position. I think it's corner / receiver that's the most important. So I'll talk about a few prospects real quick, like 3 to 5 prospects. The top guy that I really want to get with our first pick is Chris Waddle. A top 5 talent, because the scouting focus did actually go through. This took a few weeks for it to show up, but this guy is special. A 6-foot corner, 182, 22 years old, out of Florida. A-man coverage, A-zone coverage, B-press, B-catching, elite speed, or great to elite speed at least. So really good player, A-tackle, A-awareness, fantastic covered corner, and could even be a ball hawk. So that guy is really good. By far the best corner of this class. The best receiver, I don't really know who that is. The next prospect is left tackle Nick McLean, a 6'4", 318-pound left tackle with a run block. This complete elite physical prospect, just in terms of his combine ratings and stuff like that. Don't know his combine or college pro day stats, but on the left side his ratings are really special. He's got a lead block, a run block, a B pass block power, a injury, because I think that I'm probably going to move on from Mekhi Becton, because Becton allowed like 17 sacks this past season despite being an 85 overall. I keep telling people who play Madden, I really said it in this series, but ratings do not matter in Madden unless you're a quarterback. I think that, but like even then, ratings don't really matter that much. But for offensive linemen especially, ratings do not matter, because it could be a 90 overall. It could still allow a bunch of sacks despite having really good pass protection skills. And Mekhi Becton is in that sort of realm, and he can't do it. So we could be looking at a new offensive lineman to join our young core there. So that's that guy. There's also right outside linebacker Nick James, who's got A awareness, A finesse moves, B zone coverage. Can be a good replacement for CJ Mosley, who is going to, or already has, regressed on this team. I think he still has 1 year left on his contract, around there, but Nick James could be a new defensive piece that we add. But most of these guys that I'm talking about, we can't get. We're going to have to get one of these guys, because they're all going to go in the first round. There's also right outside linebacker Oscar Melton, who also has A finesse moves, B hit power, C tackle. He's around 3 to 4 projection. Don't know that much about him, but he does have great to lead speed, which makes sense given his finesse moves, and he could be a really good value pick to also be the kind of Mosley replacement. But Mosley does do pass coverage a lot. So the other guy that I was talking about is probably my favorite prospect in terms of that position, if we decide to go there. But this guy could be a really good addition to our pass rush. That's already really good. So those are just a couple of prospects. Obviously, I have like 72 on the draft board. So we will figure out more as we move along here. We're going to jump from here to probably the Pro Bowl and see if we haven't had any Pro Bowlers. Then we'll come back once that's done. That's Dante Jackson right there. Okay, we do have one person at least made it. And that looks to be it. One guy, Dante Jackson, that's it. Alright, yearly awards. We have some player upgrades here, so we probably won a couple of these at least. Nick Chubb wins MVP. Honestly, thank God that a running back is going to win it for once in a goddamn lifetime. And Zach Taylor wins Coach of the Year. The Bengals and the AFC North as a whole showing up here. And the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Nick Chubb. Defensive Player of the Year, Joey Bosa. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Damian Leake. Let's go. I'm pretty shocked by that. But I guess the other quarterbacks that are rookies did not really get that much of a chance behind their other guys. And Sterling Jackson wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we get both Rookies of the Year in the AFC. Best quarterback goes to Mahomes. Best running back, Nick Chubb, no question there. Best wide receiver is Jalen Woodbury for the Chiefs. He played well against us, even though we won that game. Ronnie Stanley wins Offensive Lineman of the Year. Best defensive line goes to Jadeveon Clowney. Best linebacker, Joey Bosa. Best defensive back, Kenny Moore. Bryce Hall and Jackson with both top 6. And the best kicker goes to Austin Seibert. Now for the NFC, CMC wins Offensive Player of the Year. Brian Burns wins DPOY, so 2 Panthers players. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Quinn Cohen. We saw that game against him last episode. And Gio Moore wins Defensive Rookie of the Year for the football team. Best quarterback, Sam Darnold. Best running back, CMC. Best receiver, Calvin Ridley. Offensive line, Zach Martin. Wins it every time. Defensive lineman, Brian Burns. Best linebacker, Khalil Mack. Best defensive back, Darius Slay. And best kicker, Mason Crosby. He is about a third of the way to get his next point. And for this one, I think I'm going to try and fix the accuracies a little bit in preparation for next year. Hopefully this keeps him as a scrambler archetype, because otherwise he won't really play as a scrambler that much. Field general, oh man, it does take over as the top archetype. So he'll probably scramble less. Actually, no, it goes up to improviser, which is fine, I guess. But he did get +3 deep accuracy. That's pretty good. We have a Packers versus Bengals Super Bowl. And the winner is going to be the Bengals. They've won it. MVP of the Super Bowl goes to Keanu Neal, middle linebacker. That is their first ever Super Bowl championship. Good for the Bengals, making history here in 2023. And now we have to gonna re-sign some players. I'm gonna do this more often. Actually, from here on out, I'm going to keep it like this, where all the contracts come down to this one day. If we don't get it right, we don't get it right. So we have one day pretty much to decide, and also to use the franchise tag. So negotiations, here we go. And as I said, I'm not going to bring back Mekhi Becton. He just hasn't been the guy that I thought he was, especially in pass protection. The league got sacked way too many times this year. Even though some were his fault, he allowed 13 sacks, but it's still a lot. So, that was just most of his career, and he didn't really prove that he was better. So, I'm also going to let Carl Lawson walk. Didn't mean to do that. We'll let him walk. Corey Davis. He did have a good year, but I think that he is going to regress a little bit, as he already has. So we'll let him walk, and maybe possibly bring him back. But then Bryce Hall. Now my plan, hopefully, is to get Chris Waddle, and that would bump Bryce Hall down to our third corner, which there he would be a really good third corner. He wants 16 mil over 3 years. It's not a bad cap at all. We have plenty of cap room. I think I'll bring him back for 3 years, but he wants to test. So you can't bring him back, actually. Gonna have to wait on that. Ashton Davis, gonna let him walk. Denzel Mims got like no reps at receiver. Houston, not gonna come back. Ben Powers, I think I'm comfortable bringing him back on a cheap deal at left guard. He accepts. Nicholas Morrow, he's 29. He's a backup. We could do better there. Jake Bailey was pretty solid. I'm going to bring him back on a 3-year deal as our punter. but he wants to test. Billy Price. I think I want to look elsewhere for a backup center. Morgan Moses. Getting too old. And Cameron Clark, I think I will bring back on a one-year deal, despite being marginal at best. So Mock Jeff 3 does project that Chris Waddle goes 3rd overall. We would have pick 5 and go corner. I really would like to get Chris Waddle. I might have to trade up. I'm not going to trade into the top 2, but I will definitely trade for pick 3, hopefully, to get Chris Waddle. He's a big, by far the best prospect that I've seen in this draft class. So I would love to get him. Week 1 of the open market, we have 40 players on roster. Got to get to at least 53 before the year starts. So we have, I think we just have 7 picks in this draft, maybe 8. But I want to get a few key signings here. Let's see who is available on the market. We have $75 million in cap space, and Tyron Smith is there. Teron Armstead, Justin Tucker, might have to get him. There are no good kickers in this draft coming up, and I did cut Matthew Wright. There is James Bradbury, Fletcher Cox, Mekhi Becton, as we saw. We let him go. Not going to bring him back. T. Higgins could be a pretty big pickup for us if I go that route. There's J.J. Watt, Johnny Hecker, Darius Slay, Chase Claypool, etc. I think I'll start by trying to sign at least Justin Tucker. I'll give him a better deal than the other teams are giving him right now. Actually, it's the only offer that he's getting right now, so I will take the GOAT. I will take the GOAT. I think I do want to make a big play here for a left tackle as well, because if I can focus on corner in the first round of this draft, I don't have to really worry about left tackle if I sign a guy right here. So, and that means that I can also likely target a receiver in maybe the second round of the draft. There's not a whole lot of info on those receivers right now in the draft class, so I will look to focus on that early on in this draft class. So I'll try and sign probably. I want to compare their ratings. So Tyron Smith, looking mainly at pass blocking, has 96 strength, 93 pass block, 90 pass block power, 90 pass block finesse. Also, he's just great overall. So is Teron Armstead. Teron Armstead has 89 strength, 89 pass block. He's got better pass block finesse, but lower pass block in general, and lower pass block power and lower strength. I think I'm going to go Tyron Smith here. Smith does want more money, but we have plenty of cap room to spend here, so might as well use it. Try and increase his offer to a nice lump sum of $19 million per year. It is the top offer, but he still might not take it. I'm going to give him some more money. Alright, that's fine. So for available receivers, I have not been impressed by Elijah Moore so far in this series. He's been kind of underwhelming. I think Christian Kirk had a lot of big moments for us. Elijah Moore did not really have those big moments. So do I target a receiver here and also draft one, or do we do just one of those? I think Claypool. I think I want him more than T. Higgins. He's a year older, but could be a solid replacement for Davis. So I think I will make an offer here for Chase Claypool. And we're going to have to up the Vikings on their offer. I'll edit that. 107. That should be top. It is. Now we'll look elsewhere. And left, and I think I'm going to draft some quality depth for us in those later couple of rounds. So not going to look for anybody there. For right now, I might do the same thing, but I might as well sign somebody to be a decent backup, because I think it's better to have a really deep, rotating defensive line. So I want to get somebody who's not super old, maybe a Jerry Tillery type player. I wish I could see their stats, but I can't really. He's got about 80 power moves, below 70 finesse moves, 70 block shed. He could give us, he does have 86 strength. He could give us some stuff off the bench. I do want to lower the offer though. It's a little bit too much for a guy who's not going to be playing starter reps. So I'll make it around 3.7 mil. It's a pretty low offer, but it's the only offer for him right now. Middle linebacker, David did go down by 3 overall points, and all the other guys are aging that are available currently. So, not going to sign anybody here. For right outside linebacker, I just don't see a point in signing somebody else. We have 2 late 20s players who are around 75 to 76 overall. Neither of them really worth a starting role, but one of them might have to start. Don't know. As for corner, we might as well try to bring back Bryce Hall, maybe. We did lose him. He did deny the offer. We could bring in Bradbury, but I don't want to get like all the top guys, obviously. So I think I'm going to target Bryce Hall, try to bring him back. Despite him getting beat a couple of times, I think if he plays as a third corner behind Jackson and Chris Waddle, if I can get Chris Waddle, then I think he could be a really solid third option. And that is a pretty sizable offer. That's actually a lot more than I should be giving him. I'll lower it a little bit. But it's not a bad contract at all. So, 114. That is satisfactory. For free safety, I'm not seeing a whole lot of better options than Ashton Davis, but I don't want to bring him back. So, I'm not sure if I want to even make a change here and just keep Xavier Woods for one more year until I can find a better option in the future. I could go for a backup right now, so maybe somebody like, I don't know, Kenny Robinson Jr., zone coverage guy, 87 speed. I think that I could just give a cheap deal for him and bring him in as a backup. So actually, wow, we got pretty much all the guys that I gave offers to. We got Tyron Smith. We got Jerry Tillery. He took that cheap deal. We got Kenny Robinson. We got Justin Tucker. We got Bryce Hall. And we got Chase Claypool as well. So a lot of the guys that I went after, maybe all of them, took their deals. Mock draft 4, any changes here? It looks the exact same. So yeah, all the guys that I wanted to give offers to have taken their offers. And we have all those guys on the squad now. I think I'm good. I think I would save this cap room as rollover cap for next season. We have 46 players on roster now. So I'm probably going to add Fatukasi to the trade block real quick, because I do want to give Scott and Harvey a lot more playing time next season, because Fatukasi was not impressive at all. He was actually very underwhelming. So I'm going to add him to the trade block. And hopefully get an offer that can help us move up in the draft, possibly. Now we have private workouts, and I think I want to use these on either tackles or a guard maybe, or also a receiver. The top couple of receivers I definitely want to get a look at real quick. We have 3 of these. I think I would like to use one on Chris Carter. I think I want to use one on the other round 1 projection, Cam Reed. And the other one, I kind of want to use on, I was going to say a guard, but I think targeting linebacker is a better idea. So maybe someone like Markel Robinson I was talking about Nick James as well. So I'll actually use one on him. And hopefully this will work. And as of the next week, it did not work on the receivers. So we don't know any more about them, of course. And for Nick James, we do learn more about him. So it worked for him. And we learn about his tackling skills. He is a speed rusher archetype, which does make sense. Even though he's got only solid speed, he's got good agility. Actually, not good agility at all, actually. But still, A finesse moves, B zone coverage, A awareness. Maybe not as good as I thought he was, but still a solid prospect nonetheless. He is pretty strong for a linebacker. So, got to think about him. And we do have a couple of trade offers for Fatukasi. We have 4 offers. Let's see, I think we're... What draft is this? I think we're in the 2024 draft. So we got a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick for this draft from the Tennessee Titans. We have a 3rd and 5th round pick for this draft. Also, both of those earlier than the Titans because the Steelers were worse. 2 picks for next draft from the Lions, and then a pick this draft and a pick next draft from New York. I think I like this deal from Pittsburgh at a 3rd and a 5th. That sounds pretty good to me. All right, my draft 5 looks pretty much the exact same. So it's I'm pretty sure that Chris Waddle won't go in the top 2 picks. So I will try to trade up to get pick 3. Gonna have to give up a pretty good amount though. All right, the draft. The Lions are on the clock, and with pick 1, they select James Williams. No surprise there, thank God. Now the Buccaneers. Do they take the left tackle? Yes, they do. Now the football team is on the clock, and I desperately want Chris Waddle. We're 2 picks behind them, so I'm gonna try and trade up here. For the football team, it seems like they have a couple of problems on their roster in terms of, well, one corner, obviously, because they are looking to draft one. They have a big quarterback issue. Not going to fix that for them. But I could offer them maybe C.J. Mosley to play right outside linebacker because they do have Quan Alexander, but he is 30 years old. I think Mosley is the same age, but also 78 overall, but he is listed as a left outside linebacker. So there's that. They do have Gio Moore, who won a rookie. You're not going to try and influence anything there. Left end could use some work. Right tackle. And then tight end is also really bad. So maybe we trade a tight end or something there. I don't know. I'll try and figure something out here. I am going to offer, obviously, our first round pick, 2 spots back, Blake Cashman, and a 3rd round pick to move up 2 spots. And the football team will say yes. So we're going to be able to get our guy Chris Waddle, and I'm gonna make make the selection right now. And Chris Waddle will be joining your New York Jets defense, and he is hidden. 97 speed for Chris Waddle. What a player this guy is. But eyeing him since the get-go, and he is going to be a force on our defense. The Dolphins at pick 4 take Chris Carter. No surprise there. I think this time they take Braxton Hillhouse with pick 5. And no, they take Markel Robinson, also a top 5 projected player. So the Texans, who do they take? They take Bruce Anthony, a quarterback. The Rams take a quarterback, Evan McMillan, okay. The Bills take Brian Killings, left end. The Saints take right guard Case Cody. The Niners take corner Dennis Hanna, so Hillhouse still there on the board. Then goes Artavis Silas out of BYU, another corner. The Jags take Carson Donaghy, or Donaghy. Then goes Carlos Callaway to the Colts. Another corner, Ray Wesley goes to the Vikings, so Hillhouse still on the board. There goes wide receiver Cam Reed. The Vikings. The Steelers take Braxton Hillhouse at pick 16. The Eagles take DeAndre Pryor, the top middle linebacker in this class. The Raiders take corner Will Arthur. There goes Desmond Thierry. Nick James. Justin Rainey just went. He was the top or the second ranked tackle. Ryan King, the quarterback, goes to the Falcons. Anthony Sherrod goes to the Panthers. And Rashad Flowers goes to the Browns. Dave Stallworth goes to Tennessee. Seattle takes Rashad Charles. Giants take Eric Tomlinson. The Ravens take Jermaine Flynn. Cowboys take Darren Murphy. Chiefs go Brandon Harvin. Packers go Antoine Carter, the running back, and the final pick of the first round. The Bengals select Elliott Barnes, middle linebacker. There goes Jaden Hamlin, a couple picks away from our pick. There goes Lamar Forbes. Antonio Hanna. And then there goes Martin German. So we're back on the clock. Who do we take? So in reference to who we're going to choose here with our second round pick, there's Trent Scott, B power moves, top 10 in speed, not a good strength guy. He's also not even really a spot of need right now, but there is a guy right here, Evan Burley out of Georgia, who I think could be a really big pick for us. He's got great speed, great strength. He is he's top 2 in speed among receivers. Really good jumping ability, and he's got, I think, big catch in traffic. Don't know much about his actual receiving skills aside from that, but I am willing to take a little bit of a gamble here and choose a speed guy, and hopefully gets playing time, probably above Elijah Moore, in all honesty. So Burley is hidden. He's got 93 speed, 93 jumping, 92 acceleration, 86 agility. Really good athlete, and hidden dev. That's a big player to grab for the offense. Awesome pick. Okay, so our third round pick. This is where things get a little bit more indecisive here. 32 prospects still on the draft board. I think I want to go either offensive line or linebacker. But I think that Oscar Melton was already taken since our last pick. There is Heath Rudd and Walt Ash, but these guys aren't as good as the other guys that I showed you, obviously. So I'm going to have to look at the tackles instead. I think right now I probably want to get Ryan Boyd here. 3rd or 4th round projection. Just like one of the top athletes across left tackles. He's top 4 in every category except for broad jump on his pro day. B pass block finesse, B pass block power, B run block finesse. I think I'm comfortable taking him right now, and then possibly moving him to right tackle to play ahead of Nate Franklin, because Franklin was pretty bad until the last couple games of the year. So I think I'll go Ryan Boyd right now. And he's normal, but he does have 89 strength, 74 speed. We don't really know much about him until we look at his skill set in terms of actual numbers. So now 4th round, we are down to 20 players on the draft board. I kind of saw this one coming. I think now I probably want to go with a defensive lineman player. There are a couple on my draft board. I'm just going to find the best one. So there is Kevin Duggins, who is the top speed left end. Bench reps kind of vary in terms of ranking. Really good athlete overall at left end. Don't really know much about his skills other than that he's not a good power move guy. But if his speed is an indication of his finesse moves, then I could take a gamble here and take him because he will be a depth guy either way. So it's not too much of a gamble in terms of risk and rewards. So I think I would love to try Kevin Duggins here, and he is normal, but he does have 84 speed, 80 strength. Won't know much more until we check the draft recap. Round 5, pick 5, we have 12 players left now. A couple running backs. We still have Tevin Woodbury, a corner. We have Scotted Elias. He's got B catching, B press, D-man, C-zone. He's a really fast corner, but we have 6 on roster now that we have drafted Chris Waddle. So might have to look elsewhere for this pick. Walt Ash could be a pick right here. Decent athlete overall. Bench press is solid. Speed is solid. Nothing special there. He's got B block shed, B injury, C awareness, C impact block. I think I'm going to take a player, probably going to be him as of right now. I'll take one of the undrafted projected players after this pick. So Walt Ash, your Blake Cashman replacement. We still have Mosley, so he could just return there at that position. But 81 speed, 75 strength, about 90 acceleration. And of course, we will find out more later on. Now we have 2 more 5th round picks. We have pick 15 and pick 16. Might trade one of these away after I pick here. And I think now Doug Klein is still here. B run block. Good athlete at center. Good speed. Good strength. Elite agility. Bad run block finesse. Decent pass block finesse. Bad stamina. But we could wait on him. He probably won't get picked. There is one other non-undrafted prospect here, Stephon Sheldon. He's got B power moves, D finesse. Bench reps don't really show good strength here. But I think you might as well still take him and just get Doug Klein later on. Sheldon, decent athletes, and we'll find out more as I keep saying. I think I will trade this pick now and just pick Doug Klein with our next pick in the 6th round. I think I'll just take that. The lowest it seems to get is 116. So the Raiders, thank you. All right, now we're going to take Doug Klein with this pick. And of course, he's normal. He does have 88 strength though. At center, that's a pretty important attribute to have. And our last pick in this draft, we do have trade offers. Tyler Jefferson, good speed. He's actually the top running back overall in terms of speed. So why not take him? He's got 91 speed, so not a good running back class overall, really. But there are some good things to work with here. Holy crap. Your team draft recap. Chris Waddle is an 82 overall player. Holy shit. We have hit. This guy's going to be one of our best defensive players going forward. He's got, without the morale droppage, he's got 97 speed. He's got 83 man coverage, 82 zone coverage, 69 play rec, 94 acceleration, 88 agility, 87 jumping, 74 press. We can work on that. 71 catching is pretty damn good. 70 tackle. He's got 78 awareness, 95 injury, so he probably won't get hurt. Yeah, this guy is going to be a complete stud. Then Evan Burley is the 73 overall physical receiver, matches our scheme fit, hidden dev, and his ratings are, again, 93 speed, 92 acceleration, 81 catching, 85 catching traffic, 83 spec catch. Morale makes it a 66 deep route. So he's more of a short to medium kind of receiver. Got 78 release. That's pretty solid to start off with. 93 jumping. This guy can really get up there. He reminds me a lot of like a Michael Gallup type player. Then left tackle Ryan Boyd was a 71 overall agile left tackle. Again, scheme fit match. He's got 75 run block, 74 pass block, 72 run block power, 75 run block finesse, 74 pass block power, 76 pass block finesse. Could be a real force in a couple of years on the offensive line. It's a pretty good pick for us to actually have some really good depth. Could take over for Nate Franklin if I choose to do that. He's got 81 lead block, 79 impact block, 68 awareness. Pretty good pick here for our 3rd round pick. Then round 4 we took Kevin Dugans. He's got 75 finesse moves, 61 power moves, a 63 block shot, so can pretty much only do a finesse pass rush kind of thing, but could definitely work with that. Walt Ash, run stopping right outside linebacker. He's got 72 tackle, 81 speed, 77 block shed. Okay, could help in the run game. A top 10 rush defense, so he will help us keep that going for us. There is left end Stephon Sheldon, one of our 5th round picks. He's got 71 power moves, can't stop the run or finesse moves at all, so he's pretty much a power only kind of guy. His strength and power moves need to work if he's going to become a player that can actually contribute. Then 6th round pick Doug Klein. Glad I waited on this pick because he's not that good. He's got really bad run block finesse. He's got 73 run block overall, 79 pass block, 68 run block power, so not good there. The pass blocking is better than run blocking, of course, so he could be a good backup. Then our last pick was Tyler Jefferson, 65 overall elusive back. He's got 74 break tackle, 82 carrying, 75 ball carrier vision, has no amounts of strength really, has really good change of direction, decent juke move, decent spin move, so a good depth option there if Carter gets hurt and he has to be the second back behind Chase Edmonds possibly, but I think right now he's our 4th string running back. And sort of by overall, Chris Waddle was the top player in this draft. We did trade up 2 spots to get him. The second highest was left tackle Nick McLean. The 3rd guy was the 1st overall pick James Williams. Then it was Ben Wooden, 3rd round pick, strong safety. Then there is Justin Rainey, 1st round pick. Then 2nd rounder Carlos Tolbert. Then Elliott Barnes, Harvin, Finn, Rashad Flowers, DeAndre Pryor, Chris Carter was a pretty good pick. Hillhouse was still really good. Angelo Hobson was really good. A lot of good corners here in this draft. George Huff, free safety, says 75 overall. I'm going to sort now by just actual pick. So we saw these guys. Markel Robinson, chosen by the football team, was actually a 73 overall hidden speed rusher. So not a bad pick at all. The quarterbacks weren't very good. Bruce Anthony and McMillan weren't very good, at least right now. Let's look for the highest 4th rounder. The highest 4th rounder was running back Micah Ellerby, 74 overall normal dev. The highest 5th rounder was, well, the highest 6th rounder was Chad Nobles, 70 overall receiver, who was normal dev. I still have not found the top 5th rounder yet. Here he is, Andrew Wooten, 70 overall receiver. He's normal. The top 7th rounder turns out to be receiver Dexter Webster, slot receiver, 67 overall normal. So there's your top guys in terms of each round, your top guys of the whole draft. And What do you guys think here? I actually love this draft class a lot, especially those top 4 picks. Those guys can really contribute early on, especially Chris Waddle and Devin Burley. We definitely hit on those top 2. So, yeah. Big things happening over in New York. A big offseason, probably our biggest one yet besides getting a quarterback. So, lots to look forward to here. And I'm very excited for our next season because I think we have the offense. I think we have the offense coming up. I think that we have up next on offense. I really do. And the defense has only gotten better. So, here you go. Please like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below on this draft class, and next time out we'll have opening day. So until then, have a great day and take care. Thanks for watching.